Welcome to Agweek TV's annual holiday show. We're coming to you this Christmas from Superior Grain Equipment in Kindred, North Dakota, and we hope you're having a superior holiday season. Well, at times, 2021 felt like the continuation of a very tough 2020. But every year at this time, we take a look back at the past year, and despite some challenges, we find much to be grateful for. Although the growing season was plagued by drought for many around the region, timely rains saved many crops, and higher commodity prices boosted bottom lines. And supply chain meltdowns tied to COVID, such as meat processing plant closures, have kind of eased. However, there are still lingering global supply chain disruptions that are causing product shortages for farmers and consumers, and that combined with higher energy prices is driving up the cost of about everything. Yet there are still a few silver linings. And that's where we start our discussion. Joining us are Agweek reporters Mikkel Pates, Jenny Schlecht, and Chef Beach. Well, I think we can all agree that we reported on a lot of different supply chain issues this year, but one of the common themes was crop inputs, whether it was herbicide shortages or higher fertilizer prices. And Mikkel, you and I did some stories about fertilizer prices, tripling, doubling?
Yes, I think, one of the issues is that, while crop prices are up and everybody feels good about that, these input prices are killing people, and they're going up faster than the price of the crops.
And it's not just the price of fertilizer, also the availability. And we've talked to a lot of farmers that are really concerned about getting fertilizer in the spring, right?
I think so. And then they talk to their distributor, and the distributor is uncertain about their availability. So it's something that's got everybody is at the front of everybody's mind. And
Jeff, that's going to make manure even more valuable this year, isn't it?
Yes, good old-fashioned, locally sourced manure seems to be in higher demand. People are willing to truck it hundreds of miles in some cases.
So a valuable commodity, but not everybody knows. If you've never put manure on your operation before on your cropland, there's a lot of rules to follow, isn't there?
Yeah, there is going to be a learning curve for some people as they make sure that they're following the rules for applying manure, and also, do they even have the equipment to do it, and can they find the equipment to do it?
Mm-hmm. The other shortages have come in machinery and getting parts. And Jenny, on the farm, you guys farm, and you know that firsthand, don't you?
Yeah, parts are hard to come by. If somebody wants to buy a new tractor, not saying we're in the market for one, but if somebody wants to, you don't know when that's going to be available. The lots are empty. And we've had a lot of stories looking at what people are doing, looking at the market for used equipment. And I think we had a story that talked about burnt out combines and what they're trying to get from what they can salvage, what they can still use, because that's really valuable right now to use any part that you can find to keep going.
And some of that used equipment is going for more after somebody's used it for 10 or 20 years and what they paid for it.
Right. I can talk stock trailers as one that we've looked at. What our stock trailer, which is fairly new, if we sold it, we'd get a lot more, but you could never get one back. And that's the problem, is if somebody wants something new, it's still not there no matter what used equipment you have to trade in.
And what about parts? Those are pretty tough to get to.
I've heard of people flying to other states to get parts because they can't get them locally fast enough to keep harvesting.
One of the reasons that we can't get parts is because of the bottlenecks that we've had here with containers and whatnot, right?
Right, and that's kind of worked both ways. Ann Bailey had a story this year about edible soybeans not being able to get to the Asian markets because the containers aren't available. So they're sitting here in their bins, they had new crops to harvest, and they couldn't get their supply out, just as we can't get these things in.
Well, you guys have done a great job of reporting on these issues all year, so thanks for that. Great reporting. Thanks for watching Agweek on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. We post new videos every Saturday.